Well, I had a bunch of mowers stockpiled here, and two of them, one I gave away and one of them I took out to the ranch. So I figure I ought to work on a couple of them. It is the off season, so I haven't been in any big rush. But you can still, there's still some green, still some growth going on down there. So maybe, who knows? Maybe somebody will want one for one of the last mowing sessions for the season. But which one? Maybe I'll do a couple of them. I think these two here would be kind of a good start. I mean, I have a couple of Hondas. Let me see my shadow there. There's a Craftsman back there. These two, they're almost identical. They both have the big rear wheels. One's a Yard Machine and one is a Boland's. They have similar Briggs & Stratton engines, and they're both just push mowers, right? So I think I'll work on these two and try to troubleshoot them both. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do these real quick, and then we'll troubleshoot them and see if we can get them running. Okay, so here are the mowers, and they're pretty much identical. So I'm just going to go through and troubleshoot them both at the same time and see if we can get them started. Because I haven't even tried to pull them yet, you know. One thing I haven't checked underneath and see if the blade is going to be in good shape, and see if hopefully the crankshafts aren't bent. They're a little dirty. I'll just brush them off for now and clean them up later. But I guess the first thing, I'm going to see if it'll crank. I'll check the oil on both, make sure there's oil in there. I'll pull them and make sure they're going to crank, and I'll look underneath and check the blades out real quick and make sure that everything is in good shape underneath. So let's get started. See, out of all the toys we bring, she loves just a log. You ready? Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna take the spark plugs loose on both before I mess with the blades. All right. That blade looks good. There's no warpage. Just a couple of nicks, not bad at all. And it doesn't look like the crankshaft is bent or anything, so I'll check the oil real quick. I just want to make sure there's oil in it. Oh yeah. Good deal. Let's take a look at the other one. Same deal. Blade looks in great shape. It's not been out of shape, doesn't look like it's hit anything, and the crankshaft looks straight. And let's check the oil. That actually looks like new oil, but looks like the level is showing way up here, so it might just have too much in it. Yeah, way too much. So I'll be draining some of that out. And let's give them a quick yank and make sure they're gonna. That one feels great. Let's see, that one's upside down. of sticky, so I'll probably be oiling down the return spring on that pull rope and see if we'll free it up a little bit. All right, so far so good. Let's oh, that's got something in it. I don't know if it's gas. Smells like old gas. Same with this one. Gas in it, but it sure smells old. Okay, this one, the air filter is missing. This one, the filter looks relatively new. This one has the automatic choke. This one has the bulb on it. So I'm going to plug the spark plugs back in and see if any of them will crank. Let's start with this one. It has the automatic choke on it. Well, that one cranked up right away. That's great. That one sure sounds bad, doesn't it? But I didn't pump the bulb. Let's see if that'll... pumping the snot out of it. It tried, and it sure sounds awfully noisy under here, so I think I'll need to clean the carburetor out, take this off, and oil it down. And see if the return spring will free it up a bit. Pump it up a little more. Yeah, it needs a carb cleaning for sure. But it has a bad sound to it, doesn't it? So let's work on this one. This one sounds like it's going to be running okay. Just needs a little cleanup. Alright, I grabbed some tools. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off. I don't see anything in the way. It's engaging properly, so wow. So I guess I'm going to oil that down. I always tend to do that when I have them apart. Just makes the spring last a little longer. We'll see if that'll get it running any smoother. And I don't see anything, no rat's nest, no nothing like that. But here's a a socket that somebody left sticking on there. There we go. Okay. There's a 1/4 inch socket, but it looks like it's not put on right. You can see how the magneto is just right butt up against the flywheel, and that might be why it's making all the noise and it's harder to pull. So let's loosen that up and gap it correctly and oil that down. Put this up here. Alright, where's my where were you? Take the spark plug off before I go any further. Still pretty tight. Alright, there we go. It's like some pine needles. And let me get some WD-40 and we'll get this oiled up. You see, I'm just going to spray some WD-40 down. It's helping already. And there. Always look for where the spring, where it hooks up on the outer part of the spring, that little hook, and you spray down in there. And make sure the spring is getting plenty of oil in it. So this should be just a routine carburetor cleaning. We'll go ahead and take it off and see what it looks like. tell, but it looks like the bulb is on there kind of lopsided. Needs to be seated down a little better. Still working though, but we'll get all that cleaned off and reseat the bulb. And I'm looking under here. It looks like the fuel hose clamp is still back this way. It was never put back into place. She wants to play. Alright. There she blows. Let's get these screws out of here. It looks like there's some water in there. You can see the bubbles. Can you see that? There they are. Alright. Well, let's clean this booger off. We'll drain some of the gas out. Alright. I'm trying to get all the loose stuff off of there before I take the bowl off. Let's see what we can see. Still a lot draining out. There was definitely some water in there. A little water, pretty murky though. Yep. Now I think the float was working properly. Let me clean some of this off. I'm going to blow into it. Just turn it upside down or right side up. Yeah, that's not bad. So let's pop the yeah, that needed some cleaning. Otherwise, it's actually okay. Yep, not bad at all, really. Just I'm just going to flush this out. It looks like it was just a lot of water in the bowl. I'm going to go and pull this apart and take a good look at that. Yep, not bad. All right, not bad. Never hurts to to make sure while I have it off anyway. There we go. There we go. It's all on. The gasket looks good. Alright, so this is ready, but I'm going to go ahead, put this little pan under here and drain some of the gas out. Woo! A lot of water. Ooh, a lot of residue in it. So I'm going to finish. I'm going to put some gas in there and slosh it around. See if I can get all the junk out. More pine needles. So I don't know where this mower came from. Usually there's not a lot of pines up here in Leander, mainly oaks and some of their hardwoods and stuff, but usually see this if it comes out from the, I guess, Bastrop, the Lost Pines area. Alright, well, I'm going to finish flushing this out and we'll put it all back together. Alright, so I got it all put together. I'm going to put some fresh gas in it. Should be enough. And I want to double check the oil. I think it's the other one that needed some of it drained out. It could use a bit, but it's not bad. That's good. Alright, so let's put the, looks like a brand new spark plug too, but it's not tight. Well, given given the condition I saw everything else in here, I'm going to go ahead and take the spark plug off and take a look at the gap on it. Now that looks fine, brand new. And the gap looks to be okay. Let's give her a crank. See if it'll run any better. Alright, that did it. Just needs some cleaning up now. Let's get this one out of the way. And let's get this one in here. I want to double check the oil. Yep, a little too much. Let's get some of it out. And what does this gas look like? It's probably old gas, but it's clean, right? So let's drain some of the oil out and see how it runs. And the oil does look brand new. Let's see if that'll do it. That's just about right. It's down to here now. So it's only about 4 ounces or so. 6 ounces tops that it was overfilled. And just to make sure, I'm going to crank it up again. Alright, not bad. And I don't know how old this gas was, so there's not much in there. But just to make sure it's stabilized a little bit, I'm going to put some ethanol treatment in. It just takes a little dot. And just a little more gas. To tell you the truth, I don't know how long these are going to sit out here before they're sold. So I'm going to clean these suckers up. Alright, so that was a quick fix, just doing 2 at a time. One of them just needed, had too much oil, just needs some cleaning up. The other one took a little more work, but it looks like needed more TLC than anything else, just a standard carburetor cleaning. You can tell the magneto was not set properly and still had a socket sitting there on that 1/4-inch nut. And what else did I do? Drain the gas tank, get it all cleaned up, and other than that, they look pretty good. You know, the blades are in good shape, so I'm just going to get them cleaned up, take some photos, and see if they'll sell. I'm going to let them go dirt cheap since it's off season, but that was just a quick video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I'll have some more videos coming out soon.